Qatar Gas 2 project is unique in many ways. We've had over 35,000 people worldwide directly employed in building these facilities. Over 3 billion pounds of material was required, and our contractors have to procure 1 million eggs a week just to feed the people that are working in Ras Laffan. Everything about this project is more complex and more difficult than any project that preceded it. The gas and liquid comes on shore. That's the point where we actually separate the natural gas from the condensate, which are the heavier liquids.
It's very important to remove sulfur from natural gas because it's an impurity which makes the gas very sour, means very corrosive to the plants.
The facilities will be able to process 11,500 metric tons per day.
I believe sulfur has not been processed at this level before.
The natural gas is then brought into our liquefaction facility. It's dried, and then finally we have very dry, very pure methane, which enters our refrigeration process. At minus 160 plus degrees centigrade, we turn the methane into what's called liquefied natural gas. That LNG is pumped into the tanks behind me.
The LNG tanks will store the liquids, and when we have sufficient amount, we will then send the LNG onto a ship via loading berth. And the ship will carry the LNG to receiving terminals all over the world.
These LNG trains are technological marvels. When you think about all of the technology some very, very clever people put together to create a train this large, it is truly spectacular.
The biggest challenge we have encountered on this project was the construction of the main gas turbine and compressor foundations, simply because of its sheer size that required special engineering, special construction practices.
This is the first time Frame 9 turbines have ever been used in this application, and we're making use of all of the horsepower that a Frame 9 can put out to turn 2 compressors plus a motor generator.
We take the project from the construction phase through to startup with hydrocarbons. That means getting it ready and making sure everything works as it should. The new technology poses unique challenges because we have never had to make these things work before. So many of the problems we're finding for the first time ever.
We have only Tram 4, we have about more than 1,000 systems to follow. We have a new technology like VFDs. The first time we will be producing 8 million tons of LNG. Our objective is not only to start up the facilities, but to build organization to continue to operate.
Our key responsibility here is to interface with all third parties, which includes Ras Laffan Industrial City, Qatar Petroleum, Kahraman, Rasgas, Common Cooling Water Project, Common Sulfur Project, and the Port Expansion Project. This is why the interface department is very critical, so you can bring those groups together and get the work done on time.
We're all extremely proud of the safety performance that's been achieved on this project. In 2008 alone, we went 108 days without a single medical treatment or first aid. This is the same as if an average family of 5 went 200 years without having to visit the doctor.
The main obstacle we've had is to take the ingrained safety that people come with from all over the world and meld it into the Qatar Gas 2 ideal of zero incidents, the IAF program, the incident injury-free days that we have.
To have the management attending this weekly workthrough is very important to give opportunity for the management to assess by themselves how things are implemented at site. It's also very important for the workers themselves.
Before we start, we have toolbox talks like this. We discuss how we're going to do the job, who will do what, and then hopefully we'll have no incidents and no accidents.
One of the real hallmarks of this project are the massive economies of scale, and by building the units in larger component sizes, we've managed about a 30% improvement in economy of scale.
The highlight of the project for me was to have the privilege to work in this mega project, the first of a type the world has ever seen.
It's a multinational effort. This is probably the largest construction site, just in pure manpower, that has ever taken place.
By 2010, Qatargas will be producing 42 million tons of liquefied natural gas. And this success will emphasize the state of Qatar global position as the LNG center of the world. And as a national, this has made me really proud.
When you think about the vision behind this, the boldness, the new technologies, execution on a mega scale, it truly is astounding.